Welcome to Visual Hot Sauce. I'm MR.MADDCRACK, and today I bring you another episode of Becoming Chad, a challenge/tutorial series where I document my own progression in hopes to help you and myself get good at Rust. In the last episode, I showed you how to take large oil with a hunting bow, and a lot of you said, that's cool and all, but I can't even get a base down. And I realized Rust doesn't really have a tutorial, and it's a lot harder to become Chad when you're thrown headfirst into the deep end. So for this video, I decided to bring it back to shallow waters and show you guys how to start a wipe. This will be part 1 in an evolving 3-part video from how I used to start my wipes.
Do you want to join? Do you want to follow me? We gotta wait for my buddy. He's right here. He's coming.
To how I'm currently starting my wipes.
Chill. I have nothing. Not a good idea to kill me.
To how I'm trying to start my wipes. Some of this information is things and stuff I've come across during my own experiences playing this game. Some of the information has been passed down to me from the Book of Chad, a book written by Chads for Chads to become better Chads. Now, one of the most important parts of becoming Chad is to learn how to deal with the mental aspect of the game, both yours and your opponents. But let's start with you. Rust can be one of the most frustrating games to play. A lot of people stop playing because they spend hours building and grinding to have it all gone in a matter of seconds, which isn't easy to deal with.
These fucking sons of bitches. I should have fucking ran. Come on, man. I'm just trying to get a base down. That's all it was. Can I get my shit, man? Oh, you're a little bitch.
So you'll want to mitigate as much stress as possible by making this game as easy as you can for you to handle. A lot of Chads will tell you the best way to play Wipe Day is to not play Wipe Day. Wipe Day can be such a shit show. Everyone all on the server at the same time, everyone trying to kill each other. In most cases, it's the most active a server will be the entire wipe. Some players will tell you to play the day after. Day 1, most tryhards are trying to dominate the server ASAP. Starting on day 2, you'll find a lot of players have already left the server due to the struggles of day 1, leaving behind a ton of raided/decayed bases to give you a faster start. But if you want to play day 1, on wipe day, these techniques will help you survive the wild. Starting off, until you become a Chad, most matches are won by numbers, and this game is a lot more fun with friends, so try not to play solo at first. If you don't know anyone who plays Rust, feel free to join the Visual Hot Sauce Discord, go to the Rust category, click on Find a Team section, and our community has a bunch of players both on PC and console. So now, before we can start a wipe, we need to pick a server. When picking a server, remember what I said about matches being won by numbers, so don't outnumber yourself. I got destroyed so many times in the beginning from trying to solo servers with 8 to 12 man groups. It doesn't go so well. So if there's only 3 of you, try searching trio servers. If you're a duo, search duo servers. And if you have to or prefer the challenge of playing solo, search solo servers. As you get more confident, work your way up. Start soloing duo, then trio servers. The next thing you know, you'll be winning 1v4s in no time. In no time.
Oh, fuck me. God fucking damn it. We're doing so good. Was that 4? What the fuck?
You could also try modded servers at first and search for servers with a 2x, 5x, or even a 10x multiplier to make it less grindy and easier for you to experience the whole game right away. But as soon as you can, work your way back to vanilla. Because real Chads play vanilla. Now that you found your server, let's start a wipe. Once you spawn in, pull up your map and find where you want to live. First tip is to move inland. You don't want to build near spawn points. You have nothing but nakeds trying to rockfight you every 5 minutes, and you don't want that. Try to build near monuments that suit your skill level. If you're new and it's not too far from your spawn, you might want to build near a safe zone like Bandit or Outpost. This way you have access to some safe zone farming and recycling. If you're trying to run oil, you might want to build in the middle of 3 monuments that give you easy access to green, blue, and red key cards. Planning on just taking Bradley and want PvP, go live near launch. If you're trying to run cargo and underwater labs, build on the shore, but try to get as far away from a spawn point as possible. You might have to die and respawn a few times just to get an idea of where they are. Since we're still becoming Chad, we're most likely going to be living near Outpost. Outpost and Bandit are great starting points due to access to vending machines, safe zone farming, and safe zone recycling. But everyone knows this, so it tends to be a more active area of the map, and a lot of the times you'll find you survive longer in a more secluded area. So try switching up your playstyle each wipe and see what works best for you. Now that you've found your ideal location, run. Run straight towards your build location and don't stop for nothing. Don't farm anything and avoid PvP at all costs. Don't go rock fighting no one, don't worry about crafting a bow. Right now, time is money and the most important thing is a depot/respawn point. So we need a base. Now I say not to farm along the way to help with the mental aspect. On your way to where you want to build, You are going to die. Maybe once, maybe a few times, maybe even to a pig. But dying becomes more stressful the more valuable you are. And I can die 100 times with nothing on me and who cares? But if I spend 20 minutes farming up a whole base, die to a pig, wake up back on the beach where I started. Now pickup farming is okay because you're not wasting any time really, just don't go too far out of your way. Right now the only thing I'd go out of my way for is hemp because when you get to your build location the first thing you want to do is throw down a sleeping bag. Cause I ain't going back to the beach. Now that you've arrived at your build location and you have your own custom respawn point, start farming. Use your rock and farm trees and stone nodes, and as soon as you have enough resources, craft a wooden hatchet and pickaxe to make farming a lot faster. You'll notice a little mini game as you farm. Hit the red X on the trees and the sparkle on the nodes, and you'll acquire resources at a faster rate. First you'll need at least 1,000 wood to craft a TC, 100 wood to craft a build hammer, 20 wood to craft a building plan, and as much wood and stone necessary to build your starter. You can build with just wood, but stone usually isn't too hard to find and will give your base a stronger durability right off the bat. Also, now with Molotovs added to the game, wood just isn't safe anymore. The TC is the most important and necessary part of any base. It allows anyone authorized on it access to build onto or around your base. It also gives them safety from most base traps. You'll want to protect it and lock it to prevent other players from authorizing on it. A solo lock will cost you about 75 wood, and a code lock for multiple players will cost you about 100 frags. Use your building plans to place a thatched foundation, walls, ceiling, and doorways, and then use your build hammer to upgrade everything to either wood or stone. Wood and thatch are the same thing, so don't go thinking that you need to find a thatch resource. To craft a wood door, you'll need 300 wood for a single door or 350 wood for a double door. To craft a metal door, you're going to need 150 frags for a single door and 200 for a double. And don't forget to craft locks for all your doors as well. Now you've heard me mention needing metal frags twice in this video, but not once have I told you how to get them. So not only am I going to tell you once, but I'm going to tell you twice. First, you can farm nodes which look just like the stone nodes but with a reddish tint to them. This will give you metal ore that you will need to smelt in the furnace to make metal frags. You'll need low grade to craft a furnace, which you can get through hunting animals or farming barrels. Since we're on the subject, that brings me to the second option of getting metal, which is to farm barrels. The red barrels will drop low grade and crude oil. Crude oil can be refined into low grade. And the blue and tan barrels will drop scrap and components. Recycling components will give you scrap and also a great way to get metal frags without the need of a furnace and other resources. If you go the first route though, you can hunt animals and craft low grade from the animal fat and cloth that you get from farming them. This is where I would now suggest crafting a hunting bow and some arrows. A hunting bow will cost 200 wood and 50 cloth. Wood arrows cost 25 wood and 10 stone for every 2 arrows. Hunting animals can also be a good way of maintaining the invisible bars. What are the invisible bars? It's the 3 bars right here at the bottom right of your screen that show the status of your health, food, and water levels. Why do I call them the invisible bars? Well, if you watch enough of my videos, you'll see that I never noticed these things and I have died plenty of times due to ignoring them.
Oh shit, look at my fucking health and food. I'm going back. I'm sorry. Going to take oil rig with 2 fucking health, starving, no food, dehydrated.
This is one of those do as I say, not as I do moments. The lower your health, the weaker your chances of survival. So once you're starving, your health will go down, and once you're dehydrated, your health and ability to run will go down. If hunting animals is too much, you can look for rivers on the map that can supply you with fresh drinking water and usually have pumpkins and corn growing near it. But hunting animals will also supply you with cloth for bandages, so try both and see what works best for you. Also, don't eat the raw meat. Raw meat can lower your health and hydration levels, so for 100 wood you can craft a nice little campfire to cook the meat first. Now the last thing you need to get started is a workbench. Workbenches come in 3 tiers. Each tier has its own list of items that can be unlocked and crafted from it. Each tier workbench requires the previous tier to be crafted. This means that you can't craft a level 2 workbench without a level 1, and you can't craft a level 3 without a level 2. You level up in Rust through knowledge. The more blueprints you learn, the more craftable items you have at your disposal. You can acquire blueprints through one of 2 ways. The first way is by opening up the workbench and unlocking them through the tech tree. It's a safer but slower and more expensive process. You unlock each blueprint by spending the required amount of scrap, but doing it this way, each branch requires the previous item to be unlocked first, which takes a lot more time and scrap but can be done from the safety of your base. The second way is to unlock blueprints anywhere in the tech tree by sacrificing it to the research table. As long as the item still has some health and isn't completely broken, you can pop it into a research table and learn the blueprint without needing the previous item to be unlocked. But to do this, you're gonna have to have the item first, which means you're gonna have to leave your base. Now I know, it's a scary world out there, but you'll never become a Chad hiding in your base all day. So now go. Go into the wild. Get into some PvP, go raid a base, you're gonna die or get some loot, but either way, now you have a place to go back to. So guys, that's gonna be it for this episode of Becoming Chad. Hopefully this helps you get your feet on the ground when starting a wipe. Stay tuned for part 2 where I'll show you the fast start, crack start method that I've had pretty good success rate with. Other than that, this is Visual Hot Sauce. I'm MR.MADDCRACK, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.